Hello students, welcome to my video on hierarchical inheritance in C++. In this video, we will see what is hierarchical inheritance, how to define a derived classes in hierarchical inheritance, how to create objects of derived class, and one sample C++ program to implement hierarchical inheritance. If in many programming problems it is required to handle hierarchy of data, so this structure can be implemented using hierarchical inheritance. So let us see what do you mean by hierarchy of data. So if the properties of one class are inherited into multiple classes, then it is known as hierarchical inheritance. That is, there is a one base class and multiple derived classes. So from one base class, multiple classes are derived. In this way, the properties of one class are inherited into multiple classes. So here there is a base class, and from this base class we can derive the multiple derived classes. That is, n number of derived classes can be derived from a single base class. So this type of structure is nothing but hierarchical inheritance. The base class is defined with normal class definition, so there is no change in definition of base class. It is independent class. The derived class, so there are two or multiple derived classes. The class definition will be like this. The class 1, that is derived class 1, will be defined with base class, that is a class derived class 1 colon mode, that is a visibility mode, base class. Its data members, private data members, and public member functions. Similarly, the derived class 2 is defined using the same base class. So class keyword, then derived class name colon visibility mode and the name of the base class, and its private data members and public member functions. So in this way we can define the multiple derived classes which are publicly derived from a single base class. So here the colon indicates the relationship between derived class and the base class, and the mode may be private, public, or protected. Usually it is public. So the objects are created of derived classes and not of base class. So in any type of inheritance, the objects are created always of derived class and not of base class. It may be single inheritance, it may be multiple, multi-level, or hierarchical, or hybrid. The object of derived class can access the member functions of its own class as well as of its base class. It cannot access member functions of other derived classes. So in hierarchical inheritance, there are multiple derived classes, and like this, the multiple objects are required to create. And this object of each derived class can access or can call the member functions of their own derived classes and the base class. The object of one derived class cannot call or cannot access the member function of other derived classes. So it is not allowed. So the multiple objects will be created. So if there are two derived classes, then you have to create minimum two objects, one object of derived class 1, one object of derived class 2. We can have multiple objects of same derived class also. While accessing the member functions, we have to use that object of each derived class to call the member function of base class as well as to call the member function of derived class. So using object and dot operator, the member functions of base class and member functions of derived class can be called or can be accessed. Let us see one problem definition. Define a class define a base and derived classes and identify relationship between them from the figure. So here in this figure or the diagram, the class staff is there having the data member staff code. From this staff base class, two classes are derived. One is teacher class having the data member subject, and another is officer class having the data member grade. So here you have to implement this hierarchical inheritance using C++. The teacher and officer classes are derived from staff class. So your grade can be assumed as 1, 2, 3, that is the numerical type, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. So let us write a complete C++ program to implement this hierarchical inheritance. Include the header file and start defining the base class. Our base class name is staff, and the data members staff code. So it is a long type of value. Accept the staff code using get code function. So within the get code member function, we will accept staff code, the scene extraction operator staff code. Then display that staff code using put code member function. So staff code is equal to staff code and end of the class. So like this we have defined the base class, that is staff. Let us go for defining the derived class. So here our derived class is teacher. The teacher derived class is derived from staff class, and in this way here the relationship is indicated between the teacher class and the staff class. The visibility mode used is public. In the private section, data member, that is the subject. So name means which subject the teacher is teaching. Now let us write the member function for accepting the subject name and displaying the subject name. So get subject and put subject, these are the two member functions we will define outside the class. So let us define the member function to accept the subject. Get subject is the member function, and here using getAs function accept the name of subject, that is getAs subject. Second member function is to display subject taught by the teacher, that is the put subject. So put subject is the member function of teacher class. So using cout display the name of the subject. So like this your derived class 1 definition is completed. Let us go for derived class 2. So our derived class 2 is officer. So this officer class is publicly derived from staff base class. So public is the visibility mode, staff is the base class name, and the officer is the derived class name. So the grade is the data member, which is an integer type of variable. In the public, let us accept the grade using the get grade function, and using put grade function let us display it. So these two get grade and put grade function are defined outside the function like this. Void office scope resolution operator get grade void. So it is a void function. Let us using scene accept the grade. Simple input function is over. Then second member function is put grade, which is the member of office class. Here also using cout grade we will display the grade. So in this way the derived class 2 definition is also completed. Now let us write the main function. In main function the first object is created, that is T, which is of teacher class, and second object is created O, which is of officer class. As it is a hierarchical inheritance, there are multiple derived classes, and as I told you, you have to create the separate object of each derived class. So here T is the object of teacher class, O is the object of officer class. Then first of all call the function getCode to accept the staff code of teacher, that is a t.getCode. So getCode is the function of base class, that is a staff class. Then accept the subject name of a teacher using get subject function call. So get function get subject is the function of derived class 1, that is a teacher class. Then accept the staff code for officer using o.getCode. So here the base class function call is there, but this time the function is called using another object, that is o, that is officer. Then using o object, accept the grade of the officer using getGrade function call. So call the getGrade function of derived class 2 using o object. So like this, t.getCode will accept the staff code of teacher, t.getSubject will accept the subject teach or taught by teacher, o.getCode will accept the staff code of officer, and o.getGrade will accept the grade of the officer. So this input operation is performed using these 4 function calls for 2 objects. Now let us display the same. The first of all, the teacher's information t.putCode and t.putSubject. So the teacher's subject code and teacher's staff code and teacher's subject name. Similarly, officer's staff code is displayed using o.putCode and displayed using o.putGrade. Return 0, end of the function. So in this way, this is the simple main function in which we have created 2 objects. One object of one derived class, that is the object of teacher, and object of officer, that is t and o. And using this t and o, using t we called the member function of base class plus member function of derived class 1, while using o object we have called the member function of base class plus member function of officer class. So in this way, the hierarchical inheritance can be implemented. So if you run this program, the output will be like this. First of all, it will accept staff code, suppose 101. Then it will accept the name of the subject, let us say OP. Then again another staff code will be accepted, 102, and the grade will be 2. So the first information is about teacher, second information is about officer, and the same information will be displayed. So this is the output of the given program. So here these are the some questions. You can go through it and try to answer it. It will definitely help you whether you have learned something from this video or not. Then based on this hierarchical inheritance, one problem is given to you for as an exercise, that is the class cricketer having the data name and country, and from this cricketer class the batsman and bowler, these 2 classes are derived. So like this, 2 classes are derived from one base class. So this is the example of hierarchical inheritance. So write a C++ program to this to implement this specified inheritance. If you are able to write the program for this particular problem, then you have learned hierarchical inheritance. Thank you for watching my video on hierarchical inheritance.